One, two, three, action.
What was your experience of school?
It was alright, but I only went to little school.
I went to school all the way through, but I went to 3 different schools.
We only went for a week.
Went to a different school every year until I was about 11. And then we went to the same school for about 10 months. It was the first time ever the schools was very good. Some of the schools were very bad.
And we've been the main one. There were no places to stay. The site closed down, so we had to move. We never went to school after.
After 2 days, they tried to exclude me for nothing. When my mum came in to ask what I'd done wrong, they had no answer for her.
I went to high school for about a week.
I think travellers are a group of people, like lots of other groups of people, who identify with themselves and are self-sufficient. I think when other people see groups like that, and they can be travellers or any other group, I think they're viewed with suspicion. They're not necessarily understood. And I think it's probably, not from obviously my experience, I don't know, but it's probably a difficult place to be for a lot of people.
And I got bullied in high school, so I didn't want to go back to high school.
But when we was living on the camps, in my last year of school when I was doing my GCSEs, the schools was like very good to you. And they understood that because we was living on the camp, I might not always be on time or anything because it wasn't near the school.
And do you think it's different for boys and girls going to school?
I think in this day and age, no. Because I think it's our job to teach our children how to be when they grow up.
No, I think it's different for boys.
I think boys can just go out and...
I think, don't get me wrong, boys can go to school to like little school and then I think they should go out working with their fathers.
Not really, because I think boys like to stay at home more, but I don't think so. I need the education, no, not really.
I think it's different for both. I think that lads, if they don't want to go to high school or little school, I think they shouldn't. And if lasses don't want to, I don't think they should, because at the end of the day, it's our culture and not many travellers just go to high school.
I think boys would have more pressure to not go and get laughed at for it, but I think it's more important that boys do go, because why would you want to be doing a job that you don't get paid that much for, doing scrap or trees or anything? That's what my dad does, when you could go to school and get paid a lot more money to do less work.
What do you think is the difference between homeschool?
I think that homeschool can work.
Yeah, loads of people say that you're not getting education and you're not learning, but I never went to high school and I've got a job and I learned.
You're learning from life and experience from other people around you that are probably quite like you.
I think it's very difficult for some families to provide that education when they can't read or write themselves.
And you need so many things that you learn in school that you can't teach them at home.
I ended up going to college, and I think most travellers goes to college. So if you don't go to high school, you can still go to college, and I still think you get an education and you can get a job.
I spent a lot of time with my grandparents, aunts and uncles and cousins, and you learned off one another. So if you couldn't do something, I'd spend hours when I was really little learning flashcards, learning how to read off my uncle who could read. Or he couldn't read very well, but by the time we'd finished, we both could read as well as one another.
I'd only went to little school, so I could read and write, and then I thought if I went to college that I'd probably get a better job, because then like I'd get a CV and I could get put in a placement.
What do you think can be done to make it better?
I think it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of hard work and a lot of time to make a big difference.
Yeah.
The school system would be better if it was more focused on what people want and need rather than just what's wrong for everybody.
I think what's important is that the school doesn't treat everybody the same in the respect that we're not all the same. We might not have time to do. Travellers don't go home and just sit in their bedrooms all day.
And kind of concentrate on making it a nicer, better experience for children in school.
Not to be racist, like accept travellers. I think it should be more like Gypsy people though, because like some people are going to Dutch people like. So I think it'd be like more cousins and things that I think they're a lot better. Somebody to talk to.
But just kind of encouraging, maybe working better with the schools so that they understand the traveller culture more, and don't make travellers feel so isolated when they're in school, therefore they might not get bullied.
We're not treated as little children, whereas a lot of people in the Garda community are treated as little children till they're maybe 18, 19, don't have to do anything, don't have to clean up, look after anybody. So I think if the school understood that we're not little children and treat us as like adults, like how we act, it'd be a lot better.
I think that in schools, in little schools, I think that they should be more educated about travellers and like their beliefs and their ethnicity.
The teachers themselves wasn't racist and saying that being called gypsy or a pikey or anything is racist, and not just dismiss it as, oh, go away now, stop being silly.
A difficult question, I think. To make it better implies that it's not good right now. And I think it depends what you're aiming at, what you want to do. And if there's lots of people around here that are really successful and doing exactly what they want to do, and that is what you want in life. And you don't necessarily need to go into a system that is uncomfortable. I think obviously to make it better, as far as education is concerned, is that the education side of things understand a lot more about who they're dealing with and about any group of people that come into the education system. I suppose more understanding on both sides will make it a lot better.
Okay, thank you.